From Bloomberg World Headquarters in New York, your link to the world of business, economics, finance, and investment. This is Bloomberg Surveillance.
Showing that he's still in control.
All right. Ruin me with the third front page.
Our third front page is about Bitcoin going mainstream. There you go.
Tom Payne.
The discount retailer Overstock.com plans to start accepting the virtual currency. This will probably start next year, maybe by the end of the second quarter. They claim it's a currency. The CEO, Patrick Byrne, actually told the Financial Times that this decision was driven mainly by his own political philosophy. He sees Bitcoin as a refuge from government control.
However, he does say that if he can't sort of hedge Bitcoin, they will trade into dollars every day.
There you go. Well,
so definitely a disclaimer there.
Okay, I'm going to spend $21.98 on the cool Tonka toy yellow truck at Overstock.com.
When was the last time you were really at Overstock.com?
I've never been.
They're not on your way to Bergdorf's or Bendel's.
They're not even on his bookmark.
Right. Looking on Fifth Avenue for Overstock.
It's just not there.
Prada, it's next to Prada,
yeah,
right?
Prada and Overstock.com.
But if Prada had Bitcoin, maybe Tom would shop.
Well, Matt Miller will be joining us later to talk about Bitcoin mining later on in Surveillance. I'm looking forward to that. Currency or something else. Anyway, those are our front page stories. In shock, Tom.
Mortimer Singer is with us to provide common sense and a philosophy on retail. He's CEO of Marvin Trubb Associates. Do you accept, are luxury retailers, Marvin, accepting Bitcoin?
No, not yet, but I think it's an interesting thing that's I think we're going to see more of.
I'll give you, it's interesting as a medium of exchange. I wonder about the underlying economics is where I'd put it. What are you seeing? What is the pulse? We're into the last weekend before Christmas. All the gloom. Alex, we've had our fair share of gloom here on retail. What are you actually observing at Marvin Trubb Associates?
Well, we're seeing that there's been, obviously, as there's been fewer actual shopping days. It's a truncated season since Thanksgiving to Christmas. It's been obviously tough that people have to do more earlier. And actually, I find that because of these ice storms, it's not just the consumer who got stuck at home, but the products, the inventories were stuck in warehouses as well. So it's been a little tougher this fall.
Is that actually better for online retailers, though, who might be relatively immune to that kind of weather in the shopping days?
That's absolutely right. But also there's still delays in delivery. Well,
the weather's gorgeous this weekend on the eastern seaboard. I think we've got mint weather, 50 degrees.
We're supposed to,
right?
and that's the thing. The retailers always blame weather or the calendar for their problems. What is it about the economy and the fact that they won't recognize their customers are struggling that's really driving this sogginess in retail sales?
You're absolutely right. I think that at the end of the day, the consumer is still very sluggish, and as a result, we end up seeing now the luxury guys are all booming. They're way booming, to the levels of pre-2007.
What am I going to see this weekend? I go in at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Bloomingdale's across the street, or I go out to
Saks, Bergdorf.
no, but where would we go out in the suburbs?
We'd go to Bloomingdale's.
Nordstrom or whatever.
Marcus.
Bloomingdale. They have Neiman Marcus in the suburbs.
Do. At the Westchester.
It's a surveillance break exclusive. Excuse me, folks.
But what kind of discounts can we expect when we go to the luxury retailers this weekend?
Some of the department stores, you'll see some of the promotions, but the luxury brands themselves who have their own stores, not many.
What are you learning this season about retail strategically for next year and for 5 years afterwards?
I think that the big thing that's going to continue happening is technology. I mean, there are technologies out of the UK right now that are enabling people to point their phones at a product or at a magazine or at a billboard and buy that product right there and then with one click. And I think the omni-channel nature of this is just unbelievable.
I'm just wondering whether it's going to be like 2008, where the best sales are on December 26th and 27th.
I always shop on December 26th.
But remember that year,
that's my most favorite day.
Was being slashed by 80% off.
Yeah, well, I think that, in fact, at this point, about 3% more of Americans have actually done their shopping at this point in the year as opposed to last year. So I think actually a lot of people have accelerated due to the earlier season.
And not to make everyone feel bad about themselves, but I actually finished my shopping in like July.
Oh my God.
Let me just point that out. I know. It's amazing.
Type A.
But my husband always gives me problems for that. But it was really great. I got everything done. I didn't have to stress about it.
She's the only one not stressed this holiday season.
I'm starting Saturday at 3 p.m.
You need to take a page off of my book.
I'm starting Saturday at 3 p.m.
So I never got the Christmas bug. So it is our Twitter question of the day. It's more like a Twitter answer. You want to